In this video, I'm going to show you how to run a descriptive analysis for frequencies on an SPSS data. As you can see, I have the SPSS data already pulled up, and I derived it to the Youth Risk Behavioral Survey for middle school Guilford County students to the public health statistics. And my research question for this is, what percentage of middle school students have ever been bullied on school property? And I'm also going to be looking at what measure of central tendency to use for this question, for this type of question. And for that, I go to my SPSS data, click Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and Frequencies. And as you can see, these are these different research questions that are there. And you could either check variable names, where the question numbers appear, or the variable labels where you can see the actual questions. Before that, I'm going to move that back here. I will pick variable names because I will look at the question that I'm looking at, which is number 19. Have you ever been bullied on school property? So I'm just going to scroll down, click the question 19, and then move it under variables. I will also go to statistics and check mean, median, and mode for the central tendencies, and hit continue. I will then go to charts, and we will want to look at histograms, and then it's our personal choice if you want to see a normal curve on the histogram or not. And then I hit continue, and I will run the data. So this is the data that has been run. As you can see in the first table, it shows the total number of students. The valid student means 2,702 students answered the question. The 15 missing students means that they participated in the survey but didn't answer the question, or didn't answer the question in the way it should have been answered. And so even though the total number of students who participated are 2,717, on the valid students that we won the data from is only 2,702. So when you look at the second table, here we can see the frequency. The frequency tells us about the number of students who answered what question. So here, the yes that says students who have been bullied on school property are 966. And the percentage of students who have been bullied on school property are 35.8%, which is the valid percent. We look at the valid percent rather than the simple percent, because we want to look at the students. We are looking at the percentage of the students who have actually answered this question. And then the cumulative percentage is the percentage that keeps adding up as we go further down the row. And so the number of students who have not who answered that they have not been bullied on school property are 1,736, and the valid percentage for the same is 64.2%. Now we go further down to looking at the histogram. This is the graph. So this is the number of students, 966, who have answered yes if they have ever been bullied on school property, and no, who haven't been bullied on school property. So from the curve, we can see that it is almost a normal data, a normal curve, meaning that there is no level of skewness, or a very minimum level of skewness. And going back to my research question, so in order to answer that, what percentage of middle school students have been bullied on school property? As we can see, the valid percentage, like I said, we will be looking at is 35.8%. So I'm going to answer that. Now moving on to what measure of central tendency to use, we have to look at what level of measurement the question is looking at. So the way that this question can be answered is either a yes or a no. And we know that yes or no is a nominal variable, because it doesn't have a specific value, it cannot be put in order, it doesn't have intervals between values. So this is a nominal variable. And for a nominal variable, the best measure of central tendency to use is mode, because mode looks at the frequency in which the data occurs. So the highest frequency is the mode. And if you go up here, you can see that the mode is number 2. So this can be tricky. When you're answering this question, you cannot answer that the mode is 2. The mode is 2 means that the mode is no, where the frequency of students is 1,736. That is higher than 966. So our answer would be mode, and if it asks which one, we would say no instead of 2, because 2 is just a general coding. And so this is how you basically run descriptive analysis, looking at the frequencies and the percentages of the data.